Hey yo, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Welcome back. Welcome back. You see, I am in my Lerva, in my low, and I am on Ruinberg. Yes, I am on Ruinberg. Encounter spawned into the south side. I'm on a bounce mission. I'm attempting to bounce a lot of damage. I get into this battle. It's a two-tier battle, 9s and 8s, and I go over here and I think, well, let's try to bounce some shots over here in my Lerva. I actually need twice. I believe it was twice the. No, I only need 1,000, so I didn't need very much. And I come up over here to the church, and nothing going on, right? There's quite a bit going on in the middle. In fact, the E75 and the Type 4. Type 4 actually drove right down the middle road, which is very strange from the side he spawned on. But I'll come over here with the Batchat 25 TAP and start messing around with this T32. Now this one is titled, That's One Way to Do It. Alright, so while you're playing this game, you're trying to figure out how to win. There's multiple ways to win. You can kill all the enemy tanks. That's probably the most sure way to do it. You kill them first and you win. It's pretty easy before you run out of time or whatever the case may be. Unless well, that's not even true. I was going to say unless it's an assault map and you need to capture. But no, if you kill them, you win. Get some artillery shots in there. I'm trying to bounce some shots. Don't really bounce any. Take some artillery. But lots of plays to win, or lots of ways to win. And this one's titled, like I said, It's One Way to Do It. Alright, so we're going to watch what happens here. I'm messing around with this T32. We're having a little duel, side-scraping duel right here. And this is interesting, not really applicable to one way to do it necessarily, but sometimes you really get enamored of that one guy who's playing pretty well, and you want to try to beat him at his own game. So he and I are going to sit here and side-scrape. His problem is he can't get to my lower plate very well because I've got some rubble in front of it. And I can get to his pretty well, because he doesn't. So he's got to just rely on the side scrape. I can get into his lower hull if he does it poorly. And then he comes out the other way, which was a mistake on his part. Just sneak one right in there, get another bounce. And there's my mission. So I finally got the mission. That felt pretty good. I eat a shot from the M26 to E1 now. I want you to watch this because it's important. This little hole right here, I think that's actually the one on the other side, but they can shoot through there, and it looks like he got into the side of my turret. We can find the shit. Yep, look at that. Right into the side of the turret, which was hanging out, I think, in probably that hole right there, so to speak. So watch out for that. This spot is not completely covered up. So while I'm watching this happen, we're down 2-5. It's not going particularly well, is it? No, not really. We've lost wholesale up in the field, and I'm thinking, well, this is not good. How are we going to win this? We're all at the cap. That's okay. We got a guy in the cap. He's trying to do his thing. The Conqueror, and I'm very surprised actually that all those guys over there just don't push around the corner and kill the Conqueror, but they're holding the Type 4 and the E75 back, who really don't want to push into those two guys. Again, not really sure why, to be honest, but they don't. There's the T32. I'm going to see if we can get a shot on him. No, he doesn't want to come. I'm looking for a shot there. I'm going to have a hard time pinning that dude in the front armor. I used all my gold already. My 4 rounds were already sent down range at the T32. That was a good kill. Now he's not going to come around the corner and shoot me in the side, so that's good. Somebody else might, but at least it won't be the T32. You can see that their tanks are coming around the side. Now we got it 5-7. Still not great. And I'm going to move from this spot, because this spot is no longer producing any shots. I've got to get my gun up in the game, so I'll move up this away. See if I can't start supporting these guys. And I really need to start guarding the back end, because those dudes are filtering through. And right about here I go, you know what? It's 6-8. We're surrounded on multiple sides. Let me just throw my tank on the cap here. Just throw my tank on the cap, and let's see if we can't bait these guys to come out. They're going to have to push, expose themselves if they want to win. We're at 1:11 left. Not the best cap decision, potentially. But right now, it's more about trying to get them to do something rash, rush forward, and come at us. Again, the Conqueror is easily killable. He's been poking around the corner. Why somebody just didn't load HE and blap him, or simply come around behind him. That's kind of why I'm watching. I'm really a bit incredulous at this point that nobody being this mutant or the 5041 is not just come around the corner, accepted a shot from me, and moved in there. But there is the Batchat, right? The Batchat's sitting back there, keeping him honest. And we really have kind of a crossfire here. Capping in this situation isn't a great idea. It really isn't. But if you're going to do it, you might as well set up in a decent way. And we've kind of got that going on. These guys, I'm not really sure what they're doing, but they really needed to sprint across here and attempt to get back. But of course, like most players, they just don't want to take a hit. And we really do have all the avenues covered. there are enough of them that it shouldn't matter. They should be able to kind of filter through, take a hit or two, and then we just go down in a heap. But right now, they're not doing that. And I'm thinking, wow, this actually may work. Holy cow. And I am just at the edge of being spotted by these guys right here. There are some bushes there. I'm not moving. I don't want to break what little camo I have for not moving. So I'm just going to sit here. And at this point, really, I'm just thinking, hey, is this really going to work? This would be really interesting if we could cap this out. I think the ELC even 90 gets it all of a sudden, and he's finally making a sprint to try to work that out. And that's the only guy I was really worried about, if he could get around there. But based on the seconds that were left, he may come around the corner behind me, but it's unlikely he'll get there in time to spot me. Down goes the Scorpion. And finally, the Mutant gets it, and here he comes. So I'll just put a shot in there and get one little shot, move, who cares, and it's over. We have, that's one way to do it. We have capped them out, turning a really bad situation into a decent one with pretty good positioning, right? If I was an organized team, that would not be bad positioning as far as the different avenues each guy was watching, and able to keep them from pushing. The enemy team was simply lazy, really. Or a couple of them didn't realize what was going on. I was also kind of surprised the artillery didn't just lob a few shells somewhere near where the Conqueror was and just splash him. So unknown what he was doing and whether he had positioned himself able to do that. But be honest, if he had been, from here, if he just faded back a little bit or even moved up to where he was last spotted, he could easily drop one on the edge of that where the Conqueror was clearly the guy holding all of the hit points for the cap. So pretty easily stopped what we just did, but sometimes, it just works, right? That's one way to do it. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, and we will see you.